feel something that they never felt before. Come on. From ghetto to ghetto, the backyard to yard, I sell it with one whip. It's off the hard, I'm the neighborhood pusher. Call me subwoofer, cause I pump bass like that, Jack. On or off the track, I'm heavy cuz.
Hey, 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 hey.
Size, Benz convoys with the wagon on the side. Only big boys keep deuces on the ride. Gucci Chuck Taylor with the dragon on the side.
You love me,
I
Kiana?
make a buck, why scram? I'm
I
trying to
like
show
being
y'all who the
loved.
fuck I am. The Jews is flirting, be damned if I'm hurting.
Y'all been keeping up with my posts?
Platinum on the block with consistent
Hey,
hits.
lovely
Talking this
Renee.
music shit.
You like hanging with me? I'm a mess, y'all. I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I just needed to jump on here, though. Needed to jump on here a little bit, see what y'all up to in this shadow hour. Oh, you like my old vids? Did you? Do your girlfriends like me, or do they think I'm cuckoo? Do your girls think that who this nigga girl here? Is she cuckoo? Who this nappy headed hoe? What's she talking about? Is that what they saying? You like my earrings? You know, I decided the other day that I was no longer gonna wear big big earrings anymore. Um, let that part of my style go because it's just unnecessary. And to be a little bit transparent, I was wearing big earrings. I think I started wearing them when I was like 15. And in my mind back then, I felt like if the earrings were big, it would make me look more feminine. So it was this pathology that I created for myself, where I convinced myself that if the earrings were just big enough, that somehow I would look prettier. I would look more like a female. The bigger the earrings were. So that started my thing to wearing these size earrings. Trying to be feminine, trying to look more feminine and everything for everybody, so they will stop calling me a boy and stop mistaking me for a man, or playing like they're mistaking me for a man and all that stuff, right? And I said the other day, why am I still doing this? You know? Why am I still wearing these heavy ass earrings in my ear? To impress who? To prove what to who? That story been ended years ago, and I didn't realize I was still holding on to that. Like, why do I like this? I had to question myself the other day. Why am I doing this? The earrings are uncomfortable. There's so many pretty cute small earrings that I like, but I always went for the bigger ones. They're like, no, no, I gotta look like a female. Gotta look like a female. The bullshit that we do, y'all. The bull that we do to be accepted by people. Thank you so much for the pills. All right. Hi, Sasha. Hey. Y'all have y'all been seeing my the little blog post area that they have here on YouTube? You've been seeing my posts? I hope y'all get notifications of the posts, little blog area here on YouTube. Because I like talking to y'all. I like writing. So I like when y'all read my stuff too. I love it when y'all read my stuff. So lately, you say that interesting, Saida? Interesting doesn't mean you like them, though. When you say interesting, are there things about it you disagree with? Oh, you do like them. Okay, cool. So you are extremely female? Not according to a lot of people. I did, I made a comment under Jess, the comedian Jess Hilarious, or whatever it is, her name is. I made a comment underneath a post that she was talking, that she was clowning chicks for following City Girls. You know, the new City Girls song, Get Where the Bag At, or whatever it is. She was clowning chicks, saying that they following, you know, City Girl trends, and they're getting themselves played and messed up out here. So when she made the video, I was looking at her. She had cornrows in her head, and it looked like it was only braided in the back. The cornrows were so small, it's like no hair in front. So, you know, in my visuals, I'm a stylist, right? So I always look at everybody's hair. I know I don't look like a stylist, but I am licensed cosmetologist and all that. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, they should have put some more hair in the front. So I typed in, just tell your stylist to add a little more hair in the front. Oh my God, why did I say that? These hoes came for me, they came for me, called me all kinds of horses and black biatches and field nigga this, that. I mean, you don't look good yourself. Who are you to say anything about her? She making bags. She bringing bags home. She making coins. Who do you think you are with your ugly this and that? I mean, they carried on, and this was mostly, who y'all think? Girls, mostly women. So over the course of the last couple of days, I've been posting things about us, about women, and how we are the first manipulators, the first abusers, emotional abusers of other women. It's not men. It's not men. A lot of us are caught up in the narrative, you know, men ain't this and they do that and they do this and they do that to us and they mistreat us and they disrespect us and they don't love us. You know, they don't like the way we look and they think we stink and all that kind of stuff. All the stuff that they say. Right? But your first detractor, if you think about it, your first detractor, the first person to make you feel less than valuable was a woman. How much you? I can bet the house on it. I can bet you $1 right now. The first person to make you feel like shite was more than likely a woman. Period. A woman. So while we're barking about what men do and what men do and what men do, right? It's our circle of so-called friends. These so-called girlfriends that you think you really have. That I'm the only one telling you you don't have no friends. I think I'm the only one that tells you that, right? It's these circle of so-called friends that manipulate you, use you, make you feel that you're inadequate, make you feel that you're not good enough, you're not attractive enough for what you want. Women do that so swift and quick. I mean, so swift and quick. It's ridiculous. Lightning speed. And the irony of it is that these women will turn around and talk about what men do to disrespect, degrade, demoralize them, and all that stuff, when women do it to each other. Superbly, I might add. Women do that to each other. We demoralize, dehumanize each other. And why do we do that? And how do we do that? Vanity. You're ugly. Some of us have had Our own mothers say that to us. You got a big forehead, sis. You got a pancake booty, and you need to, your booty ain't hitting on nothing. If you were just a little bit lighter, you'd be as pretty as your sister. This is what some of our mothers, some of you have mothers that have said, oh, you're the ugly one. And we're talking about what men do? Like that, like men are the enemy? Listen to me, UGC girls. Listen to me, those of you who really embody the principles of the Ugly Girls Club. It is never men that we have to worry about. It's the wolves in sheep's clothing that we have to worry about. And who are the wolves in sheep's clothing? Other women. I told you ladies before that the friendships that you supposedly have are based on exchange. Women befriend other women based on how they look, based on what they can offer, opportunities and all of that. This is how friendships are developed. So while you're scrutinizing men and you're giving him a whole long interview process. Well, what are your expectations and what do you want with me and all that kind of stuff. You need to be saying this to these women that smile in your face too. You need to be asking them, what do you want also? These same women that you feed and you clothe and you cry together, that sleep with your husbands and sleep with your boyfriends at the first talk behind your back, at the first opportunity for a nice drink and a little bit of boredom, she got your business out on the street. And you don't question her motives because she's got a vagina just like you. And we cried together and we can relate to each other. You're a woman just like me and we're oppressed. Hello? We're oppressed together. We're sisters in the struggle. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Especially if you are what we call unattractive. What friends? What camaraderie do you have? Are you kidding me? Most women judge the value of other women based on how they look. You think it's men. And it's not even men. Listen, I own this channel here. And I'm a quote-unquote life coach. Right? I don't do flowers and daffodils and, we all fearfully and godly made and everybody got a fair shot and all that. You don't ever hear me saying that. I said life isn't fair. And if your efforts are more than mine, you deserve to have more than me. That's just how it goes. Right? That's just how this thing goes. But you have women trying to sell you on we're all the same. But in the background, they're laughing and kikiing and scheming on how to take a coin from you, how to take $1 out of your mouth and probably a dick out your mouth too. Okay? There's that. Ulterior motives? Who doesn't have more of an ulterior motive than a woman? Are you kidding me? Women stay with ulterior motives. Women keep an ulterior motive on speed dial. Women don't give. They don't give anything unless it's profitable to them. Nothing. Nothing at all. Straight competition from the moment you hit the door. They're sizing you up and trying to diminish you from the moment you hit the door. What do you think the eye rolls are? What do you think those up and down looks are for? To diminish you. This is what women do. This is what women do. And we're here thinking, oh, it's, the men and the men this and the men that. Who do you think these men learn it from? Men are not that complicated. Who do you think these men are learning all this stuff from? They're learning it from these scheming ass mothers and aunties and whoever. Listen, So, this week has been about really exposing us for the frauds that we are, so-called friendships, and these fake sisterhoods that we get caught up into. I just want to expose, lift the veil on all of that. Lift the veil on all of that, because women always have other motives, and you can't stand in your own worth. You know how many attractive women? Speaking of which, how many attractive women that I have met that have felt intimidated or have reduced themselves out of fear of hurting other women's feelings, just and it's no for no particular reason other than she's just alive. Like, the girl ain't done nothing to hurt nobody's feelings but breathe. And you have attractive women that feel like they got to play themselves down so that they'll be liked by other women. So it goes either way. It goes either way. I've talked to them all. I've coached them all. And this is how I can tell you unequivocally that we're full of shit. All backgrounds, all scale, from dime pieces to puppy chow. From dime pieces to faces only a mother can love. I have coached them all. I've talked to them all. And it's a problem on each side of the coin. Each side of the coin. The vitriol, the natural vitriol that women have for each other. But it doesn't have to have any particular reason for it. It's just, what do you call that? Other than we're crazy. What do you call that other than we're crazy? That's really all you can call that. But that's what it is. You can be helping another woman and sincerely want to help her, right? But if you don't look a certain way, she won't take your advice. It could be sound advice. It could be true. It could be something she knows she has to do. But if it's not coming from a woman who's cute, I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. I don't really know. I just don't really know if I'm gonna do that. I don't really know. And you're trying to save her life. And you're trying to save her life. And she's looking at you, but you're ugly. How can you save me when you don't even look good? How you gonna save me? And this is why we get caught up in the spin cycle of usury, abuse, unfulfillment, and all of that, because we can't get beyond the surface. We can't get beyond the surface. And this is one of the points that I try to hammer in to my UGC girls, that you cannot afford to be biased, have biases based on how people look. You can't afford to have that. Because the answer to your problems, the answer to what you've been searching for, the person that has the solutions or the money or the connection or the opportunity or whatever, may not come in a package that looks like you think it should look. And you have to really embrace that. Come to terms with that and embrace that, for nothing else but the fact that you're constantly being misjudged by women based on how you look. And this is whether you're cute or not cute. This is whether you're cute or not. Who's cosmic looking? Me? I appreciate it. What about Queen Afua's books about womb healing? What about it? I had that Heal Thyself book. I think I bought it when I was 20. I might have been 19, maybe 19. Was it 18, 19? Yeah, it was a long time ago. She's been in the game a long time. She's been in the healing game a long time. I've met her and seen her a few times, and she wears a crown. She definitely wears the crown. She doesn't take that crown off. And by crown, I mean she's in character. She's in Queen Afua mode all of the time. I don't know who she is outside of the Queen Afua that we see. And like I tell you all, there's always another side to people. There's always another side to people. Always. But I've never seen her out of character. So, I don't know. I don't know. Understand, everyone is a cunt, but listen, only thing on my mind is you. You are cute as F. Don't listen to others. It's nothing to listen to. Listen, I use everything that I experience as a teaching moment. I'm not in here dwelling on anything like woe is me. I'm a guide here. And there's a certain level that I have already surpassed, but it's a teaching moment because I know a lot of us are still going through these things, right? And I want to stress to you how important looks aren't in the grand scheme of things. If I were here saying that I was beautiful, you would have people saying, no, you're not. No, you're not that cute, Selkis. No, you're a little bit delusional. Take it down 1,000. Take it down a notch. I don't know who told you that. You all right, but you're not beautiful. If I made this channel talking about I'm beautiful and I'm beautiful and I'm beautiful and all this and we're all beautiful and beautiful, men and women would be here like, I get it, but you're a little bit you're a little bit off. I'm here saying I'm the ugly girl's ambassador. I'm an ugly woman. I've been told that I'm a monkey horse face troglodyte my entire life, even up to now. And I'm using that title to separate the value of your opinion of me, to take away the value that you think your opinion has for me, to take away the power of your validation by the way you feel about me. I'm taking that off the table. I'm taking it off the table by saying, yeah, I'm an ugly girl. Now what? Now what? So it's not even about if it's true or not. It's about power, y'all. It's about power. If I call myself beautiful, if I affirm myself and say I'm beautiful, you have people insisting that I'm not. And probably the same people that now that I say that I'm ugly say that I'm beautiful. It'd be the same people that say no, you're not. I say I'm ugly, they say no, you're not too. So what is it? It's just a power trip. It's nobody really trying to affirm you positively. It is if what they think doesn't matter, then they don't matter. If what they think doesn't matter, then they don't matter. So they have to take it away. Like I said before, they have to take it away so that now their opinions matter again. It's a power play, y'all. That's all. Can we get to know each other better? Trust me, you'll feel much better. Oh, here we go. Melted Ninja. Check the manifesto, dude, before you don't do it. Let me save you some time. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm not what you think that I am. I'm not feeling sorry for myself. That's not what this thing is about. Hardly ever. Watch the other videos. Get to know who you're talking to. All right? Is that you cared what they thought, or was it because all life unpleasant and difficult and low vibe? I'm not really sure what you mean. Are you speaking to me? Can you rephrase the question? According to whose standards, who gets to define beauty? Everybody in society is defining beauty. That's the thing. Everybody that you're talking to has a definition of what beauty is. And for the most part, everyone that you're talking to has been indoctrinated and propagandized to feel that a certain phenotype is the standard, is a standard of beauty. There is a standard of beauty. Now, what each individual person likes, nuances, and I don't really like that too much, but I like this, that is relative. But for the most part, there is a standard that we've all been exposed to, and this is why women are running to the makeup counter, buying wigs and girdles and heels and whatever, so that they can conform to a standard. So when we question what beauty is, we all know what it is because we shape our lives around it. We buy certain things because of it. We do or don't do certain things because we want to be perceived as that standard of beauty. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Very few people think independently, like really independently. You know the people who actually think independently? You know who they are? They're either dead, in jail, exiled, or what? Or impoverished. Those are usually the independent thinkers are suffering. They're either suffering or they're dead. That's how this thing works. Everybody else is conformist. Everybody else that you see is conforming on some level. The only independent thinkers that are out here are the ones that you've heard tragic stories about. Those are your martyrs. Those are your martyrs. Those are the ones that gave their entire lives to some cause, to waking people up and all this stuff. And then you don't hear from them anymore. They're in jail or underneath the ground somewhere. That's what it is. So when we like to play this game that we can think for ourselves, that we really are exercising independent thought, and we're not. We're not. We're all indoctrinated. And why do I say that? Because you go to work. You go to work, don't you? You pay taxes. You got your kids in school. You buy what they have at the grocery stores. You dress in the designer clothes, whatever the designer says is hot. You dress in that. So you're conditioned. We're conditioned. There's this millionaire guru on YouTube who said that people need to stop selling the idea that you should follow your passion. Have you seen it? A millionaire guru? Do you know who that is? Because there's so many. And he says that you should not follow your passion, or you should follow your passion. You should follow your passion. Well, there's a thing with that, because some of us have passions that won't pay the bills. So then what? So it becomes is money a factor in that? Is your passion marketable? Because for some it's not. If money isn't important to you, then you should go full throttle with your passion. If it is, if money is important to you, then you have to test your idea to see if it's viable. We have to test market, surveys, prototype it, all that kind of stuff to see if you have something that you can eat off of. When black people ruled the world, dark skin was the highest. They valued melanin. I guess. I guess so. Yes, the history books tell stories of how we were worshipped and all of that. But look what we have now. Look at the mentality of people now, and who they're worshiping. Who we are worshiping, I should say. Blonde hair was considered low class before the 1600s. Well, it's high class now. It's considered high class now. Tia and Tom, I've seen Pretty Women before, just that she not any special than the rest of us. Who's not special than the rest of us? Erykah Badu's song Window Seat, what she wrote in blue on the ground, groupthink, really inspired the study of what herd mentality is. Very scary. And that's what we have, y'all. We have a herd mentality. We have a herd mentality. You saying Ty Lopez? That's who y'all talking about? Ty Lopez is the guru? There's so many gurus now. There's so many. What relevance does that have today? That is the question. When you talk to people who will look down on you if you wear your natural hair, or if you don't have designer clothes, or the trinkets and the trappings and the material and a material representation of wealth, they won't respect you. So it doesn't matter what we were. It's what we are now, and where we're going from here, which is not looking good, y'all. It's not looking good at all. Organ harvesting only wants the melanin-rich organs, reportedly via Google, so they covertly still worship the dark hue. Yeah, you're gonna see more and more organ harvesting going on as we go along. Next couple of years, the drones are gonna have most of the jobs out here, y'all. All y'all truck drivers and cashiers and y'all, you could go to the hospital now and check yourself in. You don't even need one of them secretaries or whatever. What you call the front desk people? They're gonna be irrelevant soon. You can check yourself into the hospital, and they have technology now where the doctor can remotely operate on you. I've seen some wild stuff. And some wild stuff is getting ready to happen. Everything's going to be technology. Everything's going to be, robots are going to take over the world just like in Terminator. We're going to be living in Terminator. It's like soon. Scott Adams said not focus on what you're good at and what makes you money if you want to be financially abundant. So he said not to focus on what you're good at. So what are you supposed to focus on? It's already happening. Yeah, it's already happening. In Ireland, they love black women. Do they? Are you in Ireland? Kiana, you from Ireland? How do you know they love black women there? How do you know they love us there? They are giving therapy with an electronic therapist, not even a Skype or automated therapist. Yeah, that's happening too. Everything. Listen, the doctor's gonna be able to operate on you remotely. Like you're gonna be in a room by yourself, and he's gonna tell the robot to turn here or whatever. Open this up. It's gonna be wild, y'all. Wild. Wow. The doctor making house calls via the TV, via TV monitor. That's happening now, actually. That's happening now. The show Liquid Science speaks to the wild robot society, wants to push the further impoverished people. Yeah, that's coming. That's coming. In the next 5 to 10 years, a lot of these jobs that we have are going to be replaced by computers, by robots. That's coming. That train is not stopping. Black Panther, thanks for the compliment, but we in the UGC like to be called ugly instead. Who is that? Let me scroll back up. What Black Panther said? I don't see nothing from Black Panther. What did he say, or she say, or whoever? The Irish don't like us in America. Father is from the deep south, Tallahassee. Oh, okay. Listen, I told y'all about what love is. Did y'all see my last video that I did? The video right before this live. I gave you the whole breakdown on this love thing. And you're gonna have to come to terms with the reality of what that is too. You're chasing things that aren't really real. They aren't really real. What is love if I have to look a certain way? If I have to look a certain way and act a certain way and do a certain thing and be a certain thing and give you sex, right? Be compliant and all the stuff that I have to be, then where does the love come in? Talk to me. Where does love come in if coming in I gotta follow a script? I gotta follow a script in order for you to see me, see my worth, see me, want to be with me, want to protect me, and all that kind of stuff. What is love, and where does it come? Where does it fit into this whole thing? Talk to me. Y'all are still believing in this fairy tale. That's why you're getting scammed by poor and not so poor dudes. That's why you're still getting scammed, because you believe in illusions, and he's in it for the practicality of it. He's in it for the feeling that he's expecting to get from in between your legs, and whatever other opportunities that he can afford to extract from you. And you're sitting down thinking about love. What is that? What is it? Hot white guys love black women. You said hot white guys love black women? Oh my gosh. Well, I'm sure some sisters here be happy to hear that. I don't know what you're going to do with that, but I think love exists in relationships, but attraction usually fades. If attraction fades, then what keeps a relationship together then? You're saying love truly exists, but attraction fades. So what keeps a relationship together? So what are women to do? How do women build a family with a man when he won't love her long time? Be a single mother? No, you don't have to be a single mother. You pick men who are compliant with your wishes and your needs and your standards. You don't pick men because you're in love with them. The problem that women have in general is that you pick men because you're in love with them. And you don't sacrifice your entire life based on no fleeting emotion. Smart women don't do that. You got to have more than just love. We're deciding, we're making life decisions based on an emotion that 2 to 5 years won't even be there. That's where we get it wrong. That's how we get things wrong. I want him to love me. I want him to love me unconditionally. What does that mean? How do you tolerate men you don't love? How do you tolerate them? So the only way you could tolerate a man is if you have that emotion of love. What about care? What about just caring about each other? Does that have no value? Because to me, caring for one another is more valuable than love. And you could do that. You can definitely do that. Black men are just corrupted from living in the non-black backwards world. Black men are just corrupt from living in the non-black backwards world. So non-black people are not corrupt? It's just black men? Are you a swirler, Kiana? Are you a swirler? He said that when millionaires tell you to follow your passion, it's to keep you from getting rich and keep you complacent. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. And there's truth to that. But then he's speaking like an alpha male. And there's really very few of those. I know these hoes on these channels all day long. Their whole platform is talking about dusties and who's a beta male and a beta male this and a beta male that. Guess who's a beta male? Your father, your uncle, your pastor, your co-worker, your boyfriend, your husband, your brother. It's most men that you know. Very, very few men are alpha males. And alpha males are not ideal mates at all. And I'm talking about a real alpha male. Not these fake and phony alphas. I'm talking about a true alpha male is the person who signs your checks. Who owns the facilities that you go to work in. Who owns the factories that you do your little 12-hour shifts in. Those are the alpha males. Very few of them. They're workaholics. They're not necessarily into family or anything like that. What they put first is their own agenda. And everything else and everybody else comes second to that. I'll never forget one time they was talking about Warren Buffett came home from the office or whatever he was doing one day, and his son was crying on the step, boo-hooing, bawling on the step. And he said he just stepped over him and went upstairs to his room. Like, didn't pay the boy no mind, didn't pick him up, didn't say what's wrong, or you hurt, do you need medical attention, nothing. He looked at him, stepped over him, and went to his room. That's an alpha male. That's what alpha males do. Beta males are the ones who actually care about what you think. They care about how you feel. They want to see their son at the baseball games. They at least try to make room and time for their families. This is what beta males do. So when these other people talk about, you need an alpha and an alpha, and when they talk about you need an alpha, all these chicks crying about alpha, that's not a reality. That's not a reality. There are not enough alphas out here to satisfy the demand of every woman. Not every woman is going to marry a millionaire. That's just come on. We need to cut it out. We need to cut it out. I said it before. Like if the dude is making 100K a year, 90K, 100K a year, and his main goal is making sure you're okay, the bills are taken care of, and all of that, you got a winner there. You got a winner, and he wants a family. Alpha males don't care about you, and they'll replace you every 2 years. They trade you in like they trade in cars. Alpha male, who getting that? Stop it! Stop! I look like a horse. Thank you. I'm gonna get a T-shirt with a horse on it, so that I can save y'all the time of saying that. Lord have mercy. Y'all love to say I look like a horse. So that's what it is. That is what it is. This whole narrative about getting an alpha is not real. None of y'all ain't getting no alphas. The alphas are going for the cream of the crop. An alpha man can go for whomever he wants. Right? Why would he go for you? Why would he go for a single mother, someone working a minimum wage job somewhere, maybe battling some weight thing or whatever? I mean, why? When he can have the best of what his money will allow. Why? It's not real, y'all. We are being lied to left, right, and center. Just lied to. Just lied to. Oh, I got a real troll here. Yeah, we got a short yellow bus one. You gotta go. You got to go. All right, you gotta go. So that's what it is. Do you always feel that way about love? I'm sure it's a new revelation after years of heartbreak from loving men that weren't in it for the long haul. Well, I mean, like anybody, you live and you learn, you experience things, you analyze, you know, you observe. And if you observe your life, then you understand that what I'm saying makes some sense. Look at the things that we do to get men. What part of that involves love? Look at what we do. Y'all frequent these channels. Y'all channel hop. And you listen to all these women talk about leveling up. What does that mean? To level up, to position yourself to be wanted by a man with who makes a lot of money, $1 million or whatever. Why couldn't he just see your worth as you are? Why do you have to level up in order to be seen or recognized? If love was real, then you could come as you are. You could come as you are. Flawed and all. If it was real. You could tell a man, I care about you. And he take that and cherishes it and protects you. But if you tell a man how you feel, then you got to worry about being manipulated. When you tell someone how you genuinely feel, then you open yourself up to coercion and manipulation. Where's the love there? Where's the love there? Why couldn't you just say how you feel and be respected and honored and cherished for the truth? Why do you have to say it at a certain time? Say it in a certain tone. Say it when you're dressed a certain way. Say it if you give him something. Say it if you withhold sex. Why do we do all these things we do to make an impression on somebody else and hope they think and see us as a certain way if all we needed was love? If love was enough, then what's the 90-day rule about? Why do I have to wait 90 days to have sex with a dude? Because if I do it any sooner than that, I'm going to be seen as having no virtue, having low value, and I could be in love with him. I could say, you know what, I've made up my mind. This is the dude I want to be with. I know on the first date, this is the dude that I want to be with. So I'm gonna give him some. I'm gonna give him a piece, and I risk being seen as a whore. I risk that, even though I'm honest with him about how I feel. I risk being seen as no having no value. Where's love? Where is it? This whole love thing is overrated. Yeah. Hey, Black Rose. You gonna pick you a rich man? All right. Yes, Miss P. Selk is in the dark. Selk is at night. I know the non-black races are demonic. They have killed off hundreds of millions of us and they eat us. I'm not going to see that as the same as the originals. The other races are not even natural. Uh, when we talk about race now, as if we're not adulterated, you know, like we're not mixed with anything. Who can really claim 100% pure? When you look at your family tree and what's in it, who can? Y'all, listen. Who can? I'm interested to hear your rationale on women in same-sex relationships. My rationale on that? I don't, I don't have a rationale about women in same-sex relationships. They can do what they want to do. I don't really have I have nothing to add to that. I'm not well versed in it. If people want to do it, they welcome to do it. They welcome to do it. Oh, we got a couple of people. Mr. Stooge, are those your real teeth? Lord have mercy. You gotta go to. So, yeah, the freaks come out at night, y'all. We got a lot of crazy people coming out at night. I said some women are pick-me's for rich. Oh, well, yeah. Greetings, Yum Yum. Yeah, he must have hopped in as another user. Yes, we all have the light inside of us, so we are equal in that way. It isn't about getting into heaven, it's about returning to the fifth dimension. I don't know what to add to that. A woman got to level up because a man of means is going to assess why he should add you to his life. As he does with many things, a woman can be a liability. No one wants that. So again, I ask you, where's the love? If we're assessing assets and liabilities here, then the love part comes in where? Where does the love part come in? Human nature is to take advantage of the vulnerable ones instead of protection. Yeah, they love me, of course. Trolls get bodied and buried. That's what they do. There's a lot of miserable people out here. Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Wow. So is this the same food keep coming in? Wow. He must like this horse. He must like the horse face. These dudes that call me a guy. Oh, you a guy? The other day I was on a post where the question was asked: Should you should you demand that the guy pay on the first date? Should you demand that the guy pay on the first date? And a lot of women was like, he should pay, and there's no other way, and he should pay, and he should pay. And I basically said, well, you don't have to demand anything. If he doesn't pay, then you don't give him another date. If he doesn't want to pay. Although the argument is, well, women eating for free, but a date really isn't free. When you think about the preparation, you got to look nice for him. You're not gonna go there like you just rolled out of bed. You gotta get a nice outfit. You gotta get your hair done. You gotta get nails done. You gotta get makeup, probably some fresh new gear, whatever. This dating costs money, especially if the woman wants to look presentable, and of course he's gonna want her to look presentable. So that's what I said. I said, she may not be paying for the meal, but she's put money into that date too. Oh my God, the men went crazy. I was all kinds of horse face again, all kinds of nigger, bitches, this, that, and the other, for stating that, it should be a free meal because all the preparation that she's having to do on her end to be something of delight across the table from you, that's not free. Y'all, I have white. There was white men, white Indian men, and all that stuff. Get on this, well, you must be a whore, or you must be a prostitute. That there's that thing. Only whores and prostitutes talk about that stuff. Like, really? So you just you want to go Dutch? You want to go Dutch, right? You want her to pay her end, but you want to screw her too. It's like, what do you want? Like, these dudes front like they don't want someone attractive. Like that's not important to them. And it is. Just like a man's money is important to a woman's looks is important to a man. I don't know where these men get this thing where they can play virtue, when they how they can play this moral high moral road because they're not asking for money. Like the moment you talk about money, then you reduce it, then you taint it, then it becomes transactional. That's what a relationship is. It is transactional. Profit and loss, assets and liabilities, sexual market value. Isn't that what y'all men talk about all the time? Sexual market value. Who's not worth what? This is all men talk about. So I don't understand when we put money on the table, all of a sudden now it's not a conversation that a woman can entertain because she's sullying up the relationship. She's reducing the relationship to dollars and cents. When that's what he's doing from the moment he's looking at you, he's quantifying how much he's going to spend on you and what you're worth. This is just one big doo-doo game. That's all. That's all it is. I talk about race because it matters, and it have to do with how Selkers and black women are being treated. Selkers ain't being treated like nothing. People have their opinions. Nobody's abusing me. They have their opinions about what I am and my worth, and that's this is just how people are. And this is why I tell my UGC girls, don't get caught up in the right or wrong of this thing. Just expect it. Just expect it. Just like you have bias, just like you can call somebody a cave beast or whatever it is, you got biases. Everybody does. Everybody does. The problem with us is that we sleep with people who don't like us. We sleep with men who do not like who we are. We have babies with men who do not like who we are because we lack discernment. We lack discernment. We rather hear something nice than the truth. And this is why we will fail every single time. It doesn't matter how much money you have in the bank. It doesn't matter how cute you are. If you rather hear something nice than hear the truth, you can be manipulated. Period. Period. Most trolls are men who don't have a purpose in their lives. Yeah, they're frustrated. They're frustrated. There's sexual deviants. They're probably porn addicts, drug addicts, porn addicts, low wage workers. You know, they don't like themselves. They don't like their lives. And they try to take their frustrations out on women like myself who they feel, you know, we're designed for that. We're the fall guys for them. We're the, you know, the punching bags for everybody. Unfortunate. Thank you, Eileen. Men don't love women. They never will. Oh boy. Scorpio in the house. I keep saying that love is a thing that happens over time. It doesn't happen right away, and it really has nothing to do. Listen, I said in a post, not in the post, but in my previous video, that if sex is a component within a relationship, then you don't have love. You don't. If sex is involved with it, the relationship is already corrupt. It's already corrupt. You know when two people start loving each other? When they're no longer having sex anymore. Like you see those old couples that have been together 50, 55, 60 years. That's love. When they surpass all their virile days and all that kind of stuff, and they come to an understanding and a total acceptance of each other. Like I no longer have to be anything for you to take care of me. And you no longer have to be a certain way for me to see you as valuable, then that's when you have what we call unconditional love. But the moment sex is a vital component to a relationship, it's going to be corrupt. It's going to be corrupt. And this is why relationships usually fall apart after you have sex. You ladies know that. If things are going good, he calling you every night, you're talking on the phone at 2 o'clock in the morning, and the moment you open your knees, the number you have dialed has been disconnected. The moment you open your legs, you getting voicemails. He's not answering the phone no more. Sex ruins it. Okay? It ruins it. This dude again? He got some cuckoo. So, who was I at? He's probably an incel. Yeah, there's something going on there. Something going on there. Your mom's a man? Good Lord, what is going on tonight? I needed some moderators in here tonight. Whatever. You attract the crazies for sure. That yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. A lot of crazy people. And I wrote today that ugly girls have no allies, because not only do men think that we're built for abuse, women do too. Women do too. I think it was somebody said that something Stallion, I don't know her name, something Stallion, whatever Stallion, made a comment that she's too pretty to fight, and that she gets ugly girls to fight for her. She's too pretty to get into fights, so she'll let ugly girls fight on her behalf. And it was interesting. You know, it was meant to be a joke, but it wasn't. It wasn't. And a lot of women feel that way. This is what I tell you. You ladies got to be cool about this thing. Don't get into no we rah rah. There is no we rah rah. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't. There isn't. Everybody is okay with using you when you're an unattractive woman. Everybody's okay with making you collateral damage when you're an unattractive woman. Everybody. Male or female. And that's just what it is. Because ugly girls love fighting. It's hood knowledge. Because ugly girls love fighting. Oh, so we oh my gosh. Really? Ugly girls, y'all believe that? Ugly girls love to fight? Lady Marmalade says ugly girls love to fight. That's hood knowledge. Is this true? Wow, do they take that as a compliment when she commissions them for battles? Are they paid for it? I'm sure they're not. Well, what she's saying is they could ruin their faces because they have no value. She's not going to ruin her face, but they can ruin theirs because they're already unattractive. She needs to be punched in the throat for saying that. I guess she was just expressing herself. Ugly women are treated how we treat panhandlers. Is that right? We're like panhandlers? Ugly women might be more angry from being treated badly, so maybe they get a reputation for fighting because their life is a fight. Well, listen, I'm an ugly girl, and I'm not fighting nobody. I'm not out here fighting in the streets, and I was never that way. Never. So that is not true. It is propaganda. Again, we're victims of it. It's all we see on TV is ugly girls scrapping, right? That's all we see on TV. Two trolls beating on each other. That's what we see, and this is not, that's not true. I don't believe that that's true at all. I know it's not. I know it's not. So true. Other women will attack our femininity and that we should know our place. This is what I'm talking about, y'all. Our femininity is always in question. It's always in question. It's always assumed. It's assumed that we're aggressive because people think we look like men. People think we look manly. So, you probably beat men up. I've had people tell me that. You look like you beat men up. Excuse me? Excuse me? Like, where do you get this from? You look like you beat men up. You know how many times I've heard that? What makes you feel this way? Because I'm dark? This is what people do though. We hate being ugly, but we will reject a ugly man in a heartbeat. This double standard irritates me because I've done it. Yeah. This is why I say you got to choose wisely. You need to choose somebody who's going to fall on a sword for you. Fall on a sword for you. It is just mating. People want to mate up. What do you mean mate up? Black women, period, are looked at as aggressive. That's true. That is true, Black Pearl. We are looked at as aggressive, less feminine, generally less feminine than women of other races. And the media perpetuates this. The media supports this narrative. Every show that you see that has black women in it is going to have some fighting going on. It's going to have some tussling, some fist fighting, some spitting on each other, throwing drinks, stealing each other's men, just raunchy, classless. This is all we see. And we buy into that. We believe that. You look gentle and artsy. That's crazy. Listen. Some men may not be into physical fighting. Some men may not be into physical fighting. I don't even know what do you mean? There are a lot of pretty girls fighting on TV shows like Housewives, Love and Hip Hop, Basketball Wives, pretty girls with self-esteem issues throwing drinks. Yeah. There's that. I don't know if I don't even know. Pretty? Can we call them that? I don't know. Black people, period, are labeled aggressive. Yeah, that's true. That is true. The cool people like you, that's what matters. Are getting paid to fight. It's a fake beef. Yeah, those reality shows are all staged. They turn up for a coin because they turn up because that's what, you know, sells time slots. The ratings go up when they turn up, when they do the fighting. I remember when I was asked to be a part of a reality show for a salon that I was working in, and the owner was like, "Well, listen now, if you sign on to this, you're gonna probably be asked to like occasionally have fights with the co-workers and everything. Are you okay with that?" And I was like, "What?" I mean, he told me straight up, they're gonna ask you to have conflict. You're gonna have to show like you're in conflict with them. You know how? I mean, are you all right with that? Because it's a check. And I was like, no, I am not making a fool out of myself on TV. No, thank you. But that's what they do. This is the backwardness. It's opposite with white people who are the most rough and barbaric. Look at the world. I'm from the hood. Ugly girls usually are the first to start altercations because they have nothing to lose. People see them as such. And you know who also thinks black women are hood? Women from outside of this country think that all black American women are low class and hood. This shit never ends. It never ends, y'all. It never ends. We all raggedy, but you more raggedy than me. I'm raggedy, but you more raggedy than me. Nonsense. It's game. It's game. Like if uncool loser type people don't like you, isn't that a good thing? And how you threaten them so much, doesn't that say something? It's like you are their weakness. I don't know what you're talking about, Kiana. Even our voices are attacked. Now younger black girls sound like they're whispering. Is that right? Really? Wow. People respect people who respect themselves. Pretty much. Pretty much. I told you ladies, this ain't no we thing. You know, when we discuss issues about what black women as a collective are facing, you still have the power as an individual to dictate what your personal results will be. If black women are facing certain things, it doesn't mean that you have to face it. And some of y'all take on worries and situations and problems that you really that have nothing to do with you, but it's, you know, because I see it happening, because everyone's talking about it now you're worried about it too. Listen, you represent yourself. You don't represent black women. When you're on a date with a man, when you're talking across the table to someone, you're representing you. You. Not me, not your mom, not your cousins, not the women in your community, not your church. You are representing yourself at the end of the day. Doesn't matter what's trending or what's going on. Dark-skinned women have a complex. Everyone has a complex, Sheldon. Black men have a complex. Light-skinned women have a complex. White people have a complex. Everyone has a complex. Everybody. That white party boat ride was horrible. If I didn't see women or the regular, I would think black women have lost their shape and looks. The white party boat ride was it went viral for reasons. For reasons. It was a snapshot into I don't know. Things I don't even want to get into that. I don't want to get into it. I don't want to get into it. It was just, listen, I'm just making sure I'm okay. I am just gonna make sure I'm okay. That's all I can do. That's all I can do. You don't know about the white party boat ride? There was pictures of a boat ride. Some black people going on a boat, and they took pictures before, I guess, before the actual boat set off. And most of the women were dressed in things that didn't flatter them. You know, that's all I could say. Most of the women dressed in things that weren't seen as flattering, and it was eye opening. It was eye opening. It was very eye opening. Sheldon, you said dark skinned people projected. Project what? What did dark skinned people project? It was terrible. Why are women looking bad on purpose? I don't think they thought they were looking bad. That's the thing. I don't think they thought they were looking bad. I think they wanted to look sexy. I think that was the goal. And again, this is what vanity does. This is what vanity does. It forces us into a corner to do things for validation that just may not be the best thing for us. And it's usually not. It's usually not. It's usually not. I mean, to be honest, it was comedic. I mean, I never seen so many people get drugged in one fell swoop. It was just, I'm sure it broke the internet a little bit. It was a comedy hour. I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, the pictures did go viral. You didn't hear about it, Crystal? You can just type in Facebook white boat ride white party, and it'll come up. It'll come up. That it had thousands of comments. It went viral. It went viral. Sheldon, read up on what Selkish Channel is about. There's nothing wrong with being ugly, but there is a reality that people have less discernment for those that look unappealing to them. Yeah, that's what it is. The way they feel about themselves. The way they feel about themselves. Well, I would say this. I think a lot of the times when people see you, I know this for me, it's an assumption, even before I open my mouth, that, oh, she probably has low self-esteem. I'm sure because she's dark-skinned, she has nappy hair, whatever, we assess things. I'm pretty sure she has self-esteem issues, is what people will think, based on the way you look. Based on the way you look. So it is the job of everyone that comes into contact with everyone else to either dispute, refute the claims, refute the biases, or substantiate the assumptions. You got one or two things that you're doing when you open your mouth. And this is why I tell women, expect that. Just like you're stating things because you're assuming my agenda here too. You're assuming the things that you're saying, you're really stating it to me. What you think about me. And it's okay. It's okay. This is the assumption, and this is what I tell every woman to prepare yourself for. They're going to assume that you feel badly about yourself. They're going to, and if you're not, they will even insist that you do. If you don't feel bad about yourself, they say, well, what's wrong with you? How about that? Well, now you're delusional. You feel good about yourself? Well, then something's really wrong with you. This is what it is. This is what it is. They wanted to look sexy. They wanted to look rich. They wanted to look like their favorite black superstars, all shopping at Rainbow. Well, what can I say again? Vanity. If you know when you look in the mirror what's hanging out, what ain't in place, what don't fit right, you know it when you look in the mirror. And if you go out in spite of the clothes not fitting, then that's something going on in here. It's something going on in here, and we just got to be mindful of these things. We just do. Thank you, Andy. So what's the solution? What's the takeaway from this important convo, vanity or self-esteem? The takeaway here is that you leave vanity where it is. Vanity should not be the lead, should not take the lead in your life, especially if you are considered unattractive to begin with. If you lead with vanity and you're already unattractive, you're going to believe people when they tell you that you're beautiful. You're going to trust people that you shouldn't trust. You're going to assume that the nice things that you're hearing is the truth if you lead with vanity. Because when you're leading with vanity, you're looking for validation. Any woman who leads with vanity is looking for validation. I want you to see me so that you can tell me that you like what you see. And what I'm telling women is, if you lead with that, more than likely you're going to be played. You're going to be played with, emotionally, and probably physically also. We can't afford to make mistakes, emotional mistakes. And vanity usually leads to emotional mistakes. You can take a compliment, right? But if it's not a take it or leave it in your mind, then you can be played. Everything that comes out of another person's mouth about the way they feel that you look should be a take it or leave it. Whether it's a pleasant thing or not, it should be a take it or leave it. And it's a muscle that you have to develop. It's a muscle that you have to develop because we are told from the time we could talk, oh, you're beautiful. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, you're so pretty. Look at you, so pretty, and you're so pretty, and you're so pretty. So we're programmed to think that there's value, right? That we actually really have some value in the way that we look. And there are plenty of women, beautiful women, who get beat up, raped, killed, molested, everything, in spite of the way that they look. So looks cannot save you, is the takeaway here. You looking a certain way cannot save you. You looking a certain way can get people to respond to you. It can get people to conversate with you. Might even get them to agree to certain things. It can do all of that. But at the end of the day, if you are a slave to it, which most women are, you're going to be mishandled. You're going to be mishandled. So vanity is just a tool. It won't save your life. It won't. Do you see the black men? I personally think they complemented each other. The men look like thugs, players, pimps. Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did. They did. But you know, listen. I think that the takeaway on that is how not to present yourself as a black woman. It's just how not to present yourself if you want to be seen as a person who has respect for themselves, some dignity, and some morals. That's the takeaway there. We should discuss the real reason why they are oppressing the black woman. Who's oppressing the black woman? Who's oppressing the black woman, Kiana? But don't women need vanity to get ahead? Even at workplace, some bosses are more respectful to well-dressed, attractive employees. Men are most definitely more compromising to attractive women. Yes. I never said that they don't. What have I always said on this channel? Beauty is a tool. It's a tool. That's all it is. Don't think someone likes you because you're beautiful. That's what I'm saying. It's a tool. It's a negotiation tool. It's a conversation piece. You know, it can get a door open for you, but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day. Some women really think they're better than other women because they have this thing called beauty. Some women feel that people like them or see them as valuable because they have this thing called beauty. If a man sees you as beautiful, what does he usually want? He sees you as attractive and sexy. What does he want? Talk to me. What does he want with all your attractive and sex appeal? Answer that. Beauty is one aspect, but smarts is another tool. Yeah, and you gotta have both. You gotta have. Listen, you have to have what I always say: emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence, and that's no matter what you look like, because there are women who are attractive who do have low self-esteem, and you women believe that they don't because they are attractive. And that's the part that I don't like, that I want to stop y'all from that thinking process is what I want to stop y'all from doing. The assumption that someone has value based on how they look, when beauty is just a tool. A beauty is not really a measure of what's going on in here. A beauty is not a measure of intelligence or sanity or virtue or morals. None of that. Beauty is just you look good. That's all beauty is. You look good. And men don't get that lesson until they get burned. When they get scammed by these hoes, then they realize, oh, she was just a pretty face. That's all she ever was a pretty face. That's all beauty is. What beauty is a pretty face. A mask. A mask. So when you are leveling up to do deals at the boardroom, or to get a smile from your boss, or to get the dude that you like to say hello and all that, you got to have in your mind, okay, what created this interaction here? Because I know who I am, right? I said the other day I had a suit on. I was going to an event, actually put on heels. I had a cute little red Calvin Klein jumpsuit on, right? Took my cowgirl hat off and all that stuff. And people that I usually fraternize with, or who know me, who would say hello in passing, all of a sudden now it's conversations. Happen to have lengthy conversations with me, and these are people that I see all the time that didn't have much to say. But because I was dressed a different way, now I'm getting doors open, people holding the door open for me, asking if I need water, how was your day, all that. And I'm still the same Selkis, but because I dressed a different way, now the conversation started. So you got to ask yourself, okay, well, why is this happening here? Why is this guy in my face? It's because of the way I look? Okay. All right. But don't let that get to your head. A lot of y'all let it get to your head. Like, oh, he really likes me. Excuse me? Excuse me? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Of course, beauty can be used as a tool. Are you kidding? Beauty is a powerful tool. But it's only as powerful as a woman is grounded and practical and smart and emotionally level-headed. Because there's a lot of pretty fools out here. Selkis, does food taste better if it looks gourmet? Beauty is defiantly a tool, but plenty of people are willing to risk sanity for a cute face. Of course. People are risking sanity for a cute face all the time. And the sanity that they risk for this cute face, what happens later on? When he puts her face in the dirt. He loved her a year ago, but now he using her face as mop and glow. There's that too. I love you today and I don't love you tomorrow. There's that too. Right? There's that too. Y'all don't get, y'all still trying to hold on to it. Y'all still trying to hold on to this thing. Listen, old age is coming to give you that lesson. I'm just telling you to get the lesson now, rather than wait till you have gray hairs on your coochie to understand what this thing is. But you're gonna get the lesson on the value or the limitations of looks. You're gonna get that lesson. You live long enough, life is going to give you the lesson. It will. I hear you, Suckers. I just have to challenge the deep thought of questions sometimes. Nothing wrong with that. You want to think. Thinking is a gift. Thinking saves lives. Thinking saves lives. I'm glad I was ugly growing up. I saw people for who they were because they weren't afraid to treat me bad. Now I have looks. I use people to get what I want when I sense they wouldn't deal with me before. All right. All right, ladies. Sounds like you got it figured out. The people who people commonly think are beautiful might not be at all. Let it go, y'all. Let it go. Men don't love you anyway. Let it go. We in deep contemplation, and all roads lead to the same place. Pretentiousness, putting on shows, putting on airs, lying, manipulating. This is what most relationships are. Most people get into relationships out of fear. Fear of being alone. Fear that no one wants them. Fear of whatever. You know, it usually has very little to do with love. Very little to do with it. Carlos, really? Really? Men don't like women in general. Truth be told, and I was told this once by what you would call a master. And when he told me, he was like, y'all think that men love you, and men don't even like you. And I was devastated when he said, I was like, you a hater. How could you say that? Love exists. Love exists. It's real. And what he said really turned out to be quite true. When you think about all that you do to get a result, when you really think about all that you do as a woman to get a man to pay attention to you, to get him to want to buy you things or even take care of you, you have to ask yourself, well, what part of this thing is genuine? What part of it is genuine? So how do we believe in our Father's love if men don't even love us? What did I tell you, Lady Marmalade? Any relationship that has a sexual component to it is corrupt. That's how the love of your Father is always going to be different than the love of a man that you're having sex with. That's how. Okay? I think it's all about convenience, not love. This piece of that is devastating. Men don't like women, really. Damn, Gina. Hey. Listen, lighten yourself up. This is liberation time. Feel good about knowing the truth. So that now when you're out and about and you hearing these men walk, you know, oh, you beautiful, oh, you this and that in your ear, you already know what it is. You know what it is, and you know what you're willing to sacrifice for. You know what you expect. You're not bending, you're not compromising because you're about your bottom line too. You're about your bottom line first. So rejoice and be glad in it. Rejoice that you know. You say your father left you at 7, never said hi. It's unfortunate. Hey, Selkis, we love you, dear. Your teaching is awesome. Thank you, James. I don't think love is real. I think it's about what they can get. It's about what everyone can get. It's about what everyone can get. You want to get something and he wants to get something. So we're not even pointing the fingers at men, because you in it. All of y'all trying to level up to get rich men. You're not trying to level up to get men who love you. All of y'all talk about leveling up to get men with money. I don't hear nothing about love. It be the money first. So let's not front like, come on now. Let's not front. Let's not front on this thing. Everybody wants something. People want to get love though. Some people just want love. Some people just want love. And what does the just want love look like? Is that sex? When you say they just want love, what does that look like? Money for men is love. I read somewhere that Buddhists consider romantic love imperfect for the same reasons you're saying. To conditional, the closest thing to unconditional love is between mother and child. Bingo! Bingo. That's what it is. That's what it is. So y'all, chew on what I've said. Chew on it for the night, because I gotta go now. And really be in deep contemplation. Leave your comments for me. Leave your thoughts, and we'll do a part 2 on this. Maybe I'll come on here tomorrow night, and we could do a part 2. I don't want y'all to be hurt anymore. You know, I don't want you to be hurt. I don't want you to get your hopes up. Get all this built up expectations about things that really aren't real. So it is what it is. So anyway, I'm out. Peace and love. Bye.